Hey guys, what's up guys? It's Zack Scriven, and thank you for tuning into this video. This is going to be all about iMovie editing tutorial. Now, what's interesting about this editing video, this course that I'm about to film, it's actually this live stream that I'm about to film, it's going to be part of a course that I'm developing right now called Crush LinkedIn Video. Crush your goals using LinkedIn Video. So it's going to be available on Udemy. You can reach it at crushlinkedinvideo.com, and that'll get you to where you need to go. As one of those videos, I'm taking a basic beginner. Maybe they've never done video before. Maybe they've done one or two. I'm just taking them from start to finish, going from, how to set up your camera, how to set up, your LinkedIn video posts, how to, upload to YouTube and Captions Files and screen recording software and Zoom interviews, like all that stuff. I'm just breaking it down. And in this video, I'm going to be going over iMovie. So let's go ahead and get that going. Let's see how the stream health is doing. Okay, it seems to be doing okay over here. And video, your viewers may be viewing slight interruptions. How does it sound for you guys? I'm just going to keep going for now because it's been good to me before. So, because we are using this capture card, that's why. So maybe it's, running into some issues with that. But I'm going to go ahead and start recording, and that way it's going to be set up for the course that I'm developing. So I'm going to go ahead and record now. Okay, guys, so here we are in my garage. This is the studio, and we're about to jump into iMovie. But I just wanted to welcome you guys and, thank you for continuing along, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I do want to say, in earlier parts of this course, I talked about using Loom for screen recording. So for this tutorial, I'm actually using a capture card, an external capture card. This is the Elgato HD60S. And what that is allowing me to do is edit on a completely separate computer. And this Elgato HD60S is actually plugging into my desktop, which I don't know if you guys can see this here, but there we go. So, I'm all set up like that. And I'm actually, I don't know if you see this, but I'm actually live streaming this to my YouTube channel right now. So when you're done with this editing tutorial, if you guys want to go check out the full unedited, raw, live process of me editing a full video, go over to YouTube channel, Zack Scriven Media, to check that out. So let's dive right into it. So, iMovie is available on every Mac. It's a free program for video editing. And this is it here. So at the top, you have your three tabs. You have your media, projects, and theater. So we're going to go ahead and forget about theater because I don't really use that. Media is one of the most important parts of iMovie. It's all your library and events. So this is where you're going to actually import your footage, and you're going to store it week over week for a project, or month over month for longer projects. So when you create a new event over here, what it does is it automatically fills in the date for you, which is really nice. You can go ahead and give it a description. And then you can go ahead and import media here. So I actually already went ahead and downloaded the video that I want to be editing today and put it on my desktop. Or no, it's on my downloads. So we'll go to local admin. Downloads. There it is. Okay.
After your exchange 2019.
Okay, so and
It's a beautiful event. I'm really looking forward to it.
And I do apologize. There's a little bit of a hiss coming through this audio cable. It has to do with the fact that I'm using this green audio cable, which is TRS, and plugging it into my MacBook, which is actually a TRRS. I try to use this adapter. See if you guys can see that. Yeah, get it to focus there. Come on. Anyways, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is a TRS to TRRS. You see the in my right hand is the TRRS. It's three rings and it's 4 gold areas. And my left is the TRS, so it's tip, ring, sleeve. It's 2 black bands. So it's a conversion between like your mobile phone. If it had a plug, it's typically TRRS. Cameras are typically TRS. Stereo is typically TRS. Like your auxiliary cables, TRS. So so it does appear when I play this.
Content, it's all the likes.
It is a bit sketchy, but bear with me. I'm gonna have to go ahead and edit that part out of the actual chorus video, but I'm gonna edit this chorus video after I record it. But the live stream is pretty much as is. So thank you guys for bearing with me. And so over here we have the media section. So I just went ahead and imported my. That's just really bothering me. Okay, yeah, I gotta mute that. Okay, so here's my video that I just edited. Now, really, what you want to do is in here you want to create folders for evergreen content. So you see, I have one for the Zack Scriven podcast. I have all my digital assets here, and I never delete this folder. As I go through work and as I complete projects, you're gonna want to go ahead and delete these events, so you save space on your MacBook. Right, so once I go through and edit all these videos and export them and upload them to YouTube, you're gonna want to come back here and delete the event. It's gonna go ahead and delete those files. Now, if you want to back those files up to like a cloud surfer or to a external hard drive or to a NAS, I'll go ahead and show you where those files are. So if you want to open up your Finder, you can go into local admin, whatever your username is, and then you want to go into movies. Here's your iMovie library. You go ahead and right click, show package contents. That'll actually show you the entire folder structure of your MacBook, of your iMovie library. And by the way, you can have multiple iMovie libraries, but this will go ahead and show you everything. So it'll show you one folder for all of your media events. Like here's ZSP. And it's a little bit different, but you can see under here is the original media. Those are the actual files. It's also going to show you folders for video projects that you've created. So like here's one called Y Video. And in the original media, this is anything that was imported to that project directly. It's going to be stored here. So what do I mean by that? Imported to a project versus imported to this media library events. Well, when you go over to projects, you see here's all my projects. And when you create a new project, you can actually import media just to this project. It's called project media. So here's project media. So I can go ahead and import any media here. And what I typically like to do is, any screenshots or anything that I know I'm just going to use for this one video, I'll go ahead and import it to project media. But like I said, stuff that's evergreen, or if I do an entire day's worth of shoot, multiple videos, I'll go ahead and like for the course I'm developing, I went and put some assets here. Here's all the videos, or here's all the screen recordings. Here's all the course videos. So you can see they're all in one spot. So you want to really just want to, organize your iMovie library. And when you are done with it, you do want to trim it because, most MacBooks are limited on space. You can run an iMovie library from an external drive, although I do recommend it only doing that if it's USB 3.1 and it's an SSD. So if none of that made any sense, then just, bear with me because you're just going to want to trim that iMovie library. Another thing to consider is, so when you back out, you're going to want to name your project. So we're going to call this, I'm going to Africa. So on Friday, I'm leaving for South Africa. I want to make a video for that. So when you're back on your projects, you can actually, if you delete a video, keep in mind it's going to go ahead and, so let's say delete this project. It's going to, all media files in this project will be copied into your library in an event named My Movie. So it's going to go ahead and copy it over here. You're going to have to go back over to media and delete that again. So here's all those raw videos from that. So I can go ahead and delete that again. And I already have all this backed up. So Now under projects, let's go back into our video and let's explain the actual project editor because now that you've created your project, you've imported your media, now it's actually time to edit the video. So up here on the left, you do have your actual a little media browser right here. So you can, if you're under My Media, you can hit this little icon to open and close your actual media browser. Now by selecting here, you can actually view the media for that folder. Now if you select it in here, it'll actually allow you a preview in the top right. Now you can hit this little plus icon to bring it down to your timeline, and this timeline is actually, this bottom section is actually what you're going to export. So but let's go ahead and delete that. And what you can also do is you can hit I for in and O for out. Now it'll allow you to drop this little tiny section down here, just this little 2 seconds if you wanted to. Now sometimes it gets too small where, let's say if it was so small you couldn't even select it. Now you can zoom in on this section in here. So in this little top left section, you can hit this little cogwheel and you can zoom the clip size. So here's 30 minutes, 10 minutes. See, this is a 1 minute video, so it won't start to get bigger until after we go down here. So here's 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 seconds. So now it's, it's really spacing it out here for us. So we can get maybe like just this part, and then we can just drop that in. So that's something to keep in mind. But I want this whole clip. So let's just go ahead and we'll zoom back out and we'll just add this whole thing in. So now, so this is the main movie timeline, and you see we have an audio here. So there's actually 2 visual timelines and 2 audio tracks. Technically there's 4 audio tracks because each video could have its own audio, but here's the main video track, and up top is an overlay video track. It's anything floating. It's gonna have this little anchor point right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can zoom in and out on the timeline with this little scale right here. So this is really zoomed out, useful for finding a section farther away. Then you can zoom back in, or you can just zoom with your trackpad, which is really nice. So so this is your main video track. This is your overlay. When you overlay, you have a few options of how you actually overlay. So that's in this overlay section. So you can do a cutaway, so it'll actually cut away. You can do picture in picture, so you can actually just like put it on here. So like, let's say if I was like showing a product and I want it to pop up in my hand, I would import a PNG image of the product, put it right here. And yeah, because you can import music files, video files, images, all into the media, project media. So then you'd want to use from this section up top here, picture in picture. You could drop that in there and just have it show up. Now you're maybe wondering why it's kind of fading in. That's because of this guy right here. So if you zoom in to this little bar right here, you can actually draw that back out, and now it'll just pop right up. Boom. Now maybe I want a little sound effect with that. So up here in the top left, the media, we can go over to audio. These are all the audio files that you have like from iTunes, sound effects, GarageBand. So I happen to know that I have a 3-second ding sound effect. Let's play this back. Okay, so I want that to like drop like right as that's coming up. This is actually not how I'm editing the video, by the way. I'm just kind of going over the features.
Okay, so Friday.
So now you can kind of hear it's you can see that it's playing both those audios. So like if I wanted to mute this audio, I can just move my mouse till I get that little double arrow thing and go down to 0%. So now it's only just going to play the one audio. So this is remember I was talking about the 2 other audio tracks. So this is kind of like your overlay audio track. You see how it's anchored, very similar in the way that the video overlay is anchored. You can kind of move that around. And at any time, based on what you're select on, you can hit Command B to break it. And let's say I just select that and delete that. And what that'll do is it'll actually create a new anchor point right there too. So Command B is actually a really useful tool. So this is your overlay audio. Now let's just say you want an actual music track. That's where this music track is going to come down to. It's more similar to the main video track in that it's kind of fixed, right? These all little have anchor points, and those will actually move around. Like this will actually get sooner if I break here and break here. Like if I delete this, you can see everything slides with the main video track. With an main audio track, it stays static. So let's just say we want this full song here. And you just drag that down to the audio track. You see how it kind of, here you see it's an overlay audio sound effect. Here you see it's like a full track. And I like to drop my music track down to like under 10%, depending on how loud the music is. I like to go like maybe 8%. Now another thing you can do is actually do a fade in or fade out. So in the same way where you're moving this audio file, you can actually go over here to this. If it's this with the little 2 arrows in the bar in the middle, that's how you're actually shortening and stretching the track. But if you kind of go a little bit more to the right, you can actually get where if you mouse over that little ball, you see it's just 2 arrows. You can actually fade the audio level in and out. So there I'm actually making a fade in. I also like to do a fade out, but let's go over to the end here. Let's put our marker right there, zoom in, and let's just, and see how it kind of snaps for you. So it can really line things up. So now I know the audio is going to end right here. And this overlay, let's say I wanted to do that same thing. Select it, Command B, boom, it's done. But let's go ahead and delete that. So let's just see how this sounds for a second.
Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next. I want to go to all 7 continents. So huge shout out. I'll see you guys in South Africa. Yeah, thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you. Peace out.
Okay, let's play it from the beginning.
What's up, LinkedIn fam? Okay.
I don't want that stupid sound effect.
What's up, LinkedIn fam? Okay, so Friday I'm leaving for South Africa. So I'm going to be in South Africa. It's official. Huge shout out to Industry Software Solutions and Support, IS Cubed. They formerly were known as Wonderware South Africa. They've put on this event year after year, Exchange. This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful event. I'm really looking forward to it. Clarice, thank you for hooking up with a ticket. And, thank you, LinkedIn fam, for watching and consuming my content. It's all the likes, views, and engagement, and, connections really that form from my videos is why I get opportunities to travel to places like South Africa, Dubai, Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next. I want to go to all 7 continents. So huge shout out. I'll see you guys in South Africa. Yeah, thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you. Peace out. What's up, LinkedIn?
Okay, so that sounds good. Now what I want to do is I want to have a PNG image that's kind of like my banner. So it says, it's going to say like leaving for South Africa or Exchange 2019 or something like that, some sort of thumbnail. I'm going to put that at the beginning. And then I want a couple B-roll sections. So I know I talked about obviously the Exchange 2019 event. So I want to get B-roll for that. But then I also said like when I went to Australia and South Africa and Dubai, I want to get B-roll for those too. So let's go ahead and download some content. So let's go over to YouTube. I'll show you guys how to actually download YouTube videos. Okay. Switch my account over to Zack Scriven Media. So let's search for Exchange 2018. So let's get some footage from last year. IS cubed. Okay, so here's the Exchange 2018 event highlights. So let's go ahead and copy this URL. And there is a program called Clip Grab that will allow you to actually download YouTube videos. I like this one. There's a bunch that are for free. There's a couple websites online, but be careful with those as you will potentially get a lot of spam. Let's go ahead and grab this clip, and it's going to download it to my desktop for me. Now let's go look for a couple of more videos. So let's see, Exchange 2019 IS cubed. Let's get this video too. Okay, and then I also want to grab drone footage of the actual resort. It's going to be in Sun City, South Africa resort. So I actually had like some pretty sick drone footage of this place. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this place looks amazing. All right, I'm gonna download this one. That's, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys, look where I'm gonna be. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we need to get this video out because I'm so stoked about going to this place. Dude, this looks insane. Literally looks insane. I'm going to bring my drone too. Okay, so let's go to link. Let me see if I can find some of my own videos. Here's when I went to LinkedIn Local Australia. So let's copy this content. And then we'll get Dubai as well. Any more content? Where else did I say? Let's get a couple more. Let's get let's go to my channel. There, I want to get some content of where there's a good video that has like a bunch of videos in it. It's like my #1 LinkedIn video tip, I think. My top tip for LinkedIn video. It was an insane video. I like did a montage of like everywhere I went to. Check it out. It's like Dallas, Toronto, New York, Times Square, Milwaukee, everywhere. Hope you guys are enjoying this. You guys can see how slow I am at editing and how much ADHD I have. So anyways, okay, so did I really finish the tutorial of iMovie though? Like, maybe I should just do that over again. Okay, let's do that over again. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go over the Imovie interface. So on the top left here, you have the media browser. So you have all sorts of media from all your events, also your project media. Going to the right here, you have audio from iTunes, GarageBand, sound effects, titles, which will allow you to put text and overlays on top of your video. I don't really recommend these as they are very they're a very tell sign that you are using iMovie, and they just look generic. But I will say though, I've seen YouTubers, specifically like travel YouTubers that do like airplane reviews. They will literally have like 100,000 subscribers, and you'll see they have overlays that look like that. Like you could tell it's an iMovie production. So go ahead and use them. You know, use them at your own risk. I'll say that it's the content over the actual editing. Going further, you have backgrounds. So sometimes you could put like a black background, and then maybe you want to put images on top over that, or a white background, etc., etc. And then you have transitions. So these are all transitions that you can use in between cuts. So if you like, let's say you had a cut here, and then you wanted to put a transition here, you can look at all these, and you can kind of scroll over them to see how they look. And let's say maybe we want to use this one. I actually used this one in the Australia video. As I was running through a subway, and I went through the door, and it like, as the doors were closing, and I did that transition, and it looked so sick. But anyways, yeah, so there's your more transitions. Now let's go over here to the preview panel on the right. So here we have, if you select this clip, you can actually hit this little magic wand that'll go through and automatically adjust audio and visual. So you notice it kind of went through and adjusted our audio. Do take a look at it, because I've had scenarios where it actually makes it worse. So be careful with that, but it'll also, it's not the best, right? So, you know, I actually kind of like it off camera better. Here's off camera, here's with the edit. So I'm just gonna hit Command Z because I don't like that. But what that does is it actually just goes into, you know, like here's your color balance. So you can do auto, match color. So I've actually never used this, but I guess I can select the skin tone, and then I've never used that. So then there's white balance. My goodness, yeah. So, and then there's skin tone balance. Okay, so that's one thing. This one I've used more. This is actually your color grading tools. So over here you have your exposure, and on the right you have a color balance, more warm or cooler, and you have your saturation. So one thing is like, so here's your highs, and here's your lows. Here's your shadows, here's your brightness. So let's say I thought this was a little bit too bright. I can grab this top and bring that down. Notice how it kind of brings that down. It brings everything else down. Here's your middle, so you can kind of go up or down. Here's your bottom, so let's say we want to bring the shadows up. Now these two, if you bring them closer together, it'll decrease contrast. And if you bring them further apart, it'll increase contrast. So between all these, you actually have a pretty good control, and you can actually just reset it. Boom. Let's go ahead and then here's your saturation, more saturation, less. Here's more warmer colors, more cooler. So let's go ahead and reset that again. And yeah, reset all. So then we have our crop. So there's a couple of things that you can do with the crop. So you can actually fit it to screen. You can crop it to fit. So that gives you this little crop window that you can crop in, and it'll just crop in real nicely right there. Also, there's a Ken Burns. So what Ken Burns will allow you to do is just kind of zoom in over time, and that's too long. So it was going to zoom in over that 58 seconds. So it's going to be too long to tell. So it'll just, boom, zoom in and zoom out there. Under the Ken Burns, you can actually hit this button to flip the start and end points. And there it is, kind of zooming in. Now, one thing that I will say, oh my gosh, one thing that I will say is that there's this technique that I do that people seem to really like, and it's where you kind of zoom in and then zoom out. So let's say I wanted to zoom in on this monkey's head, and then I wanted to pan over to this palm tree, and then I wanted to pan back out all in one fluid motion. So let's go ahead and, like, let's say right now we wanted to zoom in. So this is kind of using the Ken Burns tool as a hack. So I'll show you guys how to do that. So say let's break, and we want to zoom in here. So we're going to go ahead and just select this whole 50 seconds or whatever the rest of the clip is. We want to make sure that it's not edited first because this is key to making it smooth. So we want to do the first Ken Burns, and we want to start full screen, and we want to end kind of right where that monkey is, right? So let's click the end, and it actually moves your cursor over to where the end of the frame is to kind of help you out there, but we're just going to have to guess. It's like right there. We click start. Yep, it's like right there. Let's move it a little bit more to the right. Okay. So now, as you can imagine, it's going to zoom in all that way, but it's going to take forever. So let's just cut it. Like, let's say we want it to take a second or something. Boom, there's a second. So now, there it is. Now we're zooming in, right? But then it zooms right back out. Well, that's because when we broke that clip into two, it kept the same Ken Burns effect for both of them. Okay. So now what we could do is, as you can imagine, that's our start of it, right? Then we want it to like maybe stay there for a second. So let's, crop that. So now it's going to stay with this 2 seconds. Let's grab it and let's click crop. And let's go to crop to fit. But what we want to do is we really want to crop it to fit right here. So what we can do is when we actually go from Ken Burns to crop to fit, whatever is set as the start will actually maintain. So if we swap these two and go to crop to fit, now you can see we're cropped right in there nicely. So we can hit pause, we go over here, we zoom in, we stay there for a second, and then we're moving on. So this is where we actually want to pan over to this palm tree. So now let's select this clip. It still has that first, zoom. So let's go ahead and swap the Ken Burns. So we're starting there, and let's end over by the palm tree. And the key is just kind of going from the start to the finish with in one fluid edit, rather than trying to like go back into an already edited piece and then make them happen. Because the thing is, when you actually do this, if you try to like go back and re-crop that fit, it won't be perfect and it'll kind of jump a little bit to the left or right. So yeah, now we can break it. Now it'll zoom over there. Now I want to kind of do that same thing. We'll stay over there for a second. So we'll go crop, we'll swap. So now this is the start, crop to fit. So it'll stay there for a second. And then let's zoom all the way back out. So this is going to take this Ken Burns. It's going to go, we want to swap. So it's going to start there, and we're going to end full screen. Okay. So now let's go back. And it's going to take too long, so let's just make it take a second, and then let's take this last clip, fit. So there it is. I hope that made sense for you guys, but I don't think I'll leave that in the course because that's a little bit too advanced, but boom, zoom in, stay there for a second, pan to the right, stay there for a second, zoom back out, boom. All with iMovie, you guys. Very simple. It took like, what, 1 minute? Okay, but I don't want any of that, so I'm going to Control Z all that stuff. I'm going to just edit the rest of the video, and then you guys can watch. And hopefully I have enough good content for the course. I think I do. I think we're good. Yeah. I'm going to boost this down a little bit though. That's good. All right, so another tool I use is Canva. So let's go over to Canva and create our little thumbnail. Okay, I'm going to Africa. Boom. So I already made a video similar to this, so I'm going to use that same template. So what I have here is basically just a white block here, and just some black text over the white block here. So if I actually this, you can actually see. There's the square, but I'm going to leave it white. Okay, so I don't want it to actually say I'm going to Africa though. I kind of want to help plug the sponsor a little bit. So how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? You know, let's actually create a different thumbnail. Let's just do one with a split. Okay, I like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my iMovie and I'm going to take this first frame. I'm going to go full screen. I'm going to screenshot this. Command-Shift-5 gets you this print screen interface. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. We'll bring that into our thumbnail. I'm probably doing a terrible job at doing a live stream video editing. It's actually very hard to do both. Let's see. So that was to our desktop. All right. I'm going to go to my sponsor's website, and I'm going to download some media from them. There we go. Save image as X. This is actually going to be nice. Okay. Boom. And then I'm going to select transparent background so that way it's an overlay. Now, using a transparent background is part of Canva paid features, but it's really worth it to me. So let's go and import that image. drag that right on top. And if you guys like I said, if you guys want to just watch the condensed version of this, let me go a little bit more to the right there. Download it again. Yeah, like I said, so if you want to watch the more condensed version of this, obviously check out the course. First 4 or 5 videos are free over there on Udemy, crushlinkedinvideo.com, and this a subsection of this editing live stream will actually edited down, so it's actually highly compacted and condensed for you guys. So go ahead and check that out if you guys want a more compact version of this. But something I was always hearing was that you guys wanted to actually see how I edit my videos, and just to show you guys that it's really nothing that special, and I'm really not that great at it. I just kind of play around with it, and yeah, so that looks kind of good right there. So I'm going to remove the Ken Burns. Let's go fit. All right, let's kind of Ken Burns this. So if I Ken Burns this, this will just kind of fly out of the screen. Watch it. It'll look pretty cool. What I could do is I'll crop this in a bit, so then that way you can actually see me.
South Africa, it's official. Huge shout out. Huge.
I want to actually move it more that way. My God, that buzz is so annoying.
Huge shout out to Industry Software Solutions and Support, IS Cubed. They formerly were known as Wonderware South Africa.
Okay, let's do that. This is going to be perfect, you guys. You know, actually, I'm not going to do this little bullshit transition. What I'm going to do is just, I'm going to fit that. I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to cut into B-roll right there. So let's go ahead and import the B-roll here.
LinkedIn fam. Okay, so Friday I'm leaving for South Africa. So I'm going to be in South Africa. It's official. Huge shout out to industry, software solutions, and support. What's up, LinkedIn fam? Okay, so Friday I'm leaving for South Africa. So I'm going to be in South Africa. It's official. Huge shout out to industry, software solutions, and support. IS Cubed. They form. They formerly were known as Wonderware South Africa. They've put on.
We're at 48 minutes for this video.
They formerly. They formerly were known. IS Cubed. They formerly were known as Wonderware South Africa. They've put on this event year after year. put on this event year after.
Test.
Best flow software innovation. Am I reading that correctly? All right, how am I going to get good footage for this?
Year after year exchange. This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful exchange. This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful.
With the people, knowing that there is solutions everywhere, with somebody in a conference.
This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful event. I'm really looking forward to it. Clarice, thank you for hooking up with a ticket. And, thank you LinkedIn fam for watching and consuming my content. It's all the likes and engagement and, connections really that form from my videos is why I get opportunities to travel to places like South Africa, South Africa, Dubai. At the Palm W Escape Hotel, freaking beautiful. So a little bit about what's going to be going on at the event today. It's the digital transformation.
Where did my B-roll for Dubai go? Top 10 LinkedIn video influencers.
recently started seeing her in my feed just a couple of months ago, but she was quick to pass into the hundreds of thousands of views with her high energy content, always providing a ton of value, teaching others how it's fucking done. She's a marketing strategist, inspirer, content creator in the B2B health and medical arena. She's a cancer survivor and a mom. So I was gonna say that's something we have in common, but no, I'm not a mom. We do have kids. She has a young kid. She posted a video.
Dubai, Australia. Wherever it is that I'm going next. I want to go to all 7 continents. So, huge shout.
I freaking love that transition, man. Just look at it. That's an in-camera transition right there. So all that was, so I'm just drawing back, and then I cut to a clip that's rotating of the similar. It's like actually different, but it's just similar, and then it's just boom. Okay, so that's good. So that's South Africa. We need that Dubai shot. We need that Dubai shot. So as you can see, if I had done if you do a really good job about organizing your files, then you're gonna have a much quicker time just retrieving that. I necessarily don't recommend going to YouTube for even your own videos. You'll see over here on I do have a storage server called iOmega, so I do store all my raw content there. Hold on a second. Okay. Here's my storage server. So here's movies, and I store all my raw content here under YouTube, and I have it broken down by year. So like for 2019, I could probably find all the same footage here, but it's just in raw format. So there's like a ton of videos. When you actually have the finished product, let's see, then it's actually much easier to get, rather than like, okay, look, here's all the Viva World Dubai content that I made. This is just actually one camera, but boom. All right, imagine trying to find something in there. Okay, that's the camcorder. Yeah, that's just one thing. Yeah, so here's all the content for this one video that I made. Oh my god, this video was insane. Here's all the screenshots and recordings and images and overlays and all that stuff. Here's the actual final video. Yeah, so there it is right there. I could have just grabbed it right there. Now you know what, I will. This is taking forever. So I do recommend, proper file management will help stuff out. I mean, as you can tell, most of my editing has actually just been like getting actual content, getting photos, getting images, thinking. Like the editing actually takes very little. So that's something to keep in mind. But this is a nice video. Like I'm putting a little extra effort in, so it like kind of comes out good. And so let's see, Viva World Dubai, no, top 10. Let's drag it right there. That should be much quicker. Watch, it's gonna finish by the time it copies. Oh my god, that's slow. 14 minutes. Oh my god, this Wi-Fi is not working. I'm gonna copy. It's because it's already trying to download over the Wi-Fi. I think I actually do have a really good Wi-Fi system, but so I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I mean, I know I certainly am. I'm having a fun time. This video is gonna come out sick. Let's just fade it to black right here. So you can also do settings, fade out to black.
Peace out. Peace out.
All this for a stupid 2-second clip. There it is. Right at the beginning too. So I want to zoom in. Now with this I want to be careful because I'm trying to put it in here. If I just drop this whole clip in here, it'll actually just wipe out that previous clip. So I want to Control Z that. So I want to just get just this little snippet right here.
Video, I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite LinkedIn influencers of 2019, and I'm going to be comparing them to the world's top 10 largest buildings, culminating with the Burj Khalifa with number 1. Stay tuned for the full video to catch all my top 10 favorite LinkedIn influencers.
Just make some space for it. Let's drag it in here. See, it's even still too much. Need more space.
Australia, Dubai, like South Africa, two places like South Africa, two places like South Africa, Dubai, Australia. Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next. I want to go to all 7 continents. So, huge shout out. I'll see you guys in South Africa. Yeah, thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you. Peace out.
Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and export. Let me get a clip for my content here. Okay guys, so I'm all done editing my video. So I'm about to export that video and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. After we export, we're going to go ahead and upload to YouTube. We're going to create a caption file and then we're going to upload to LinkedIn. But let's take a look here at my video, my finished video project. So you can see I have my music file down here. I have my main video track here, along with all of my overlays here. So got some nice B-roll. It's a short 55 seconds. This will be really good for LinkedIn. It's got my sponsor's logo prominently featured there on the headline for 12 seconds. This is my main message. My main message I want people to see, even if they watched a video for 2 seconds, I want them to know that I'm going to South Africa for this conference from IS Cubed, the sponsor. They're an Aviva authorized distributor. And they were formerly Wonderwear South Africa. Now they're IS Cubed. Here's a little shot of the event. There's the name of the event. And, you know, it's an Aviva event. So, you know, show Aviva some love. Boom. You know, there's the actual place where it's going to be, which is going to be amazing. Here's me in Dubai. Here's me in Australia. Some standard B-roll. People love this. Like, people just, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, like, let's say I'm watching Quentin Alum's content. I've seen probably similar footage of him like maybe dozens of times, definitely like 10 plus times a certain footage. Like I know there's one where they like go to a coffee shop and they're, you know, maybe on top of a roof, or, you know, Eric's walking around Quentin with his gimbal, you know, Eric's assembling the gimbal. Like certain content we've seen from them over and over again. But I think that's actually a good thing because then it shows like you're actually drawn to them. It creates that consistency. Like it kind of, it's good. So that's why I'm like, you know, this 2 second clip in Dubai, I've used maybe 5 or 6 times, but like it's pretty legit. Like look at how excited I am, you know, that's what I'm trying to convey, you know. There it is, you know, and people will feel that. So You know, and here I'm pretty excited, you know, but like, man, look at that. Like, you know, I'm going to look like, my smile is going to look like that when I'm in, when I'm right here, you know, flying my freaking drone, you guys. So, oh, you guys didn't even see that. Yeah. So I was saying, like, look at this. So here's, you know, here's me. And, so this is my finished video project. I'm going to do it over. Okay. So this is my finished video project. And, you know, my sponsor's logo is prominently featured here, IS Cubed. The main message that I'm trying to convey is that I'm going to South Africa in 3 days, and my main sponsor, IS Cubed, they're an Aviva authorized distributor. They were formerly Wonderware South Africa, now they're IS Cubed. Here's some B-roll of the event. Here's the name of the event and the date. Aviva, you know, here I am saying, and then here's, you know, it's the standard footage of me, you know, here's the event in South Africa, here's me in Dubai, here's me in Australia. That standard B-roll. And I was saying that it's good to have certain standard B-roll, like of you in your industry, in your, you know, in your game, because then you can kind of build upon that and kind of create that visual identity, like so many people on LinkedIn have done, like Quentin Allums comes to mind. So with that said, let's go ahead and click this little up arrow in the top right, and I like to export to a file. So here's your resolution settings, quality settings. Don't use ProRes because then you'll notice the file size go way up. I like to use high and 1080p, and you know, faster or better quality. Better quality just takes a little bit longer, but I haven't noticed any difference in quality. And yeah, 1080p is always a must. You can also export audio only, but we're not going to do that. So let's hit next, and we're going to save it to our desktop. And that's pretty much going to be it for the video editing section. I cannot believe we're already done. You know, that was quicker than I thought. That was just about an hour and 7 minutes. You know, again, I was streaming this all live. So if you wanted to see the raw, unedited process of me editing a video, go check out the YouTube channel, Zack Scriven Media. But other than that, let's move on to uploading it to YouTube. All right, so I am still live streaming. I stopped that recording. I'm going to have my work cut out for me editing that, but hopefully this YouTube section should be a little bit quicker, the captions section, and then the posting to LinkedIn. So since this is a 56-minute video, I am going to just not use rev.com. I'm going to actually transcribe it to YouTube. So let's see, where are we? Okay, so it's exporting right now. You guys can see that here. It's about 50% done. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that this content by itself may not be that like bad, like to watch through. I know that, you know, when I like that video capture device kind of has like that random, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but like, let's play this.
Really, that form from my videos is why I get opportunities to travel to places like South Africa, Dubai, you know, Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next. You know, I want to go to all 7 continents. So, huge shout out. I'll see you guys in South Africa. Yeah, thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you. Peace out. What's up, LinkedIn fam?
All right, so we're almost done editing here. But yeah, I think that should be it for sound effects. Yeah, so I don't think we'll need the sound anymore. This is the first time I'm actually doing a live stream like this, and I will say that it is working out pretty well. You know, our live stream health, you can see over here, is actually doing pretty good now. Doing pretty good. We're green. It was orange at the beginning, and it kind of threw me off. For a second there, I actually had the old live title, so I think I actually went live with Corso, unfortunately. But, you know, stuff happens. I do try to be diligent about that, though, because, like, a live notification is really important. Oh, interesting. Look, wonder where California is posting some content. That's pretty sick. Wonder where California actually sponsored me to go to Aviva World North America, which was in Dallas last year. So shout out, you guys. Thank you. You know, anytime someone helps me with the cause is always a good thing. So thank you guys. If you guys have ever sponsored me or considered sponsoring me, or if you guys are considering buying Crush LinkedIn Video, which should only be $20 on Udemy, I'll see if I can't get a discount code for you guys. If I can, I will put that in the video description. So check that out down below. And you'll be making this content possible and helping me on my journey. So I really do appreciate that. But moving on here, our video is done. So let's go ahead and upload it to YouTube. Okay, so I actually want to delete all this crap here. All right, and we're gonna re-intro the video, I think. Yeah. Let me plug in my MacBook. What the heck? Make sure the video looks good. Hello? What's going on? Oh, it's not outputting the HDMI signal anymore. There we go. Okay, boom.
What's up, LinkedIn fam? Okay, so Friday I'm leaving for South Africa. So I'm going to be in South Africa. It's official. Huge shout out to Industry Software Solutions and Support, IS Cubed. They formerly were known as Wonderware South Africa. They've put on this event year after year, Exchange. This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful event. I'm really looking forward to it. Clarice, thank you for hooking it up with a ticket. And, thank you LinkedIn fam for watching and consuming my content. It's all the likes, views, and engagement, and, connections really that form from my videos is why I get opportunities to travel to places like South Africa, Dubai, Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next. I want to go to all 7 continents. So huge shout out. I'll see you guys in South Africa. Thank you guys.
I'll be right back, guys.
Along, and we'll see you. Peace out.
All right, you guys, we all back. All right. Sorry about that. Had to go move the car. Okay. So now the video is done. We're satisfied. So let's go ahead and record this video. Hey guys, so now that you guys are done editing your video, now it's time to first upload that video to YouTube. So this is going to be a real quick dive into YouTube uploading. I'm going to keep it really basic. There's a whole world of YouTube SEO and optimization, and a lot of that content I get from Sean Cannell and his channel Think Media. But for just a quick basic video, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and open up our Chrome browser for our YouTube channel. So here you see this is the Zack Scriven Media brand channel. So when you create a Gmail account, you're also given a option to have a YouTube channel. You can also create brand accounts, which I recommend you creating. So here you see I have like IntelliJ Integration, 4.0 Solutions, Zack Scriven Media. Zack Scriven is actually my Gmail account. I don't really put anything there. So and then in the top right, you actually have upload. So like an example of a good brand account would be like, Taz Real Estate, right? An example of a good personal, like you could still use your name and you could still use your personal Gmail. Like let's say you just want, who's good at this? Okay, so I'm looking at here, Sam Chewy. Boom. In my suggested, just using his name, that could very well be your, just your basic Gmail account. Whereas Curious Droid, that's going to be a brand account. So whatever works best for you, just use that. Then you're going to want to click this create video or post. We're going to upload video and we're going to go ahead and select it. So let's go ahead and select our video on our desktop. And it's going to give us this upload interface. So basically we have our title, our description, and our tags. So these are all really important. Each three of these is actually important for SEO. So I want to say I'm going to exchange 2019 in South Africa. And then I want to put in the description. So the reason why it's important to have a description, the first few lines are actually going to be really important for the YouTube algorithm and what people are searching for, so they can actually find your content. So I want to say I'm working with IS cubed industry software solutions and support, formerly Wonderware, South Africa. So if anyone searches Wonderware South Africa, they'll actually be able to see, YouTube will be able to associate that because they were formerly Wonderware South Africa, and now they're IS cubed industry software solutions and support for their annual conference Exchange 2019. I look forward to bringing you guys great video content from the event. And then I also have my standard, this is in the creator default upload settings. So that's something important. So I like to, put a call to action, follow me on LinkedIn, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And then here I'm going to put Wonderware South Africa, Aviva World. Now in the actual descriptions, or in the actual tags, you can actually tag related content creators. You can tag events. You can tag like, I'm doing Aviva. Maybe I want to have this content also exposed to Schneider Electric. So I could put Schneider Electric in this tag. I'm not going to, but what I'm going to do is Aviva World. This is technically not an Aviva World event, but since I have gone to a lot of Aviva World events, I may want this video showing up in the suggested. And then we also have the thumbnails. So I'm going to actually use this custom thumbnail that it auto-generated because it already looks good. But I definitely recommend using a thumbnail, right? So I would have this, I'm going to South Africa in 3 days. Like I would make a thumbnail that looks like that and then upload it. But since the 3 default options, this one looks good, I'm just going to use that one. Then you can go ahead and add it to a playlist. I'm going to add it to automation. And I'll put exchange. Let me finish this. Exchange 2019. So that's pretty good. I'll put Zack, Scriven. So I like, tag myself. I'll put IS cubed, industry, software, solutions, and support. Just put OG Wonderwear. Okay, that's pretty good. So now I'm going to go ahead and publish this. So I know this is really quick video, but I thought it'd be important just to kind of walk you guys through some of the basics, like the title, the description, the tags, playlists, and thumbnails. So, and just how to upload in general. So as you guys can see, once I hit publish there, now it's done. Now it's out on the internet. So you can view it at this link here. You can go ahead and share it to your various social medias. But now our next step is actually to create captions files. So that's going to be in the next video. And then we're going to finally upload the video to LinkedIn once we created those captions files. So stay tuned and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, so that's it for the upload to YouTube video. I know that was really basic, you guys, but thank you guys for hanging in there. Let's jump over into the next video. So let's just start recording now. Okay, guys, so you guys just posted your video to YouTube. Now let's go ahead and create those captions files. So here is the actual YouTube upload window that we just finished uploading. So let's go ahead and click on that video. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to click edit video.
What's up, LinkedIn fam? Okay, so Friday I'm leaving for South Africa.
So we have the subtitles /CC closed caption. And what you notice here is, this is nice. Doesn't always happen, but it already published automatic captions. So that's one option that you guys can go in here, click this, and you can actually see these actually don't look that bad. So I can actually go in and edit these. If these were terrible, what you could do is also you could go back. Like let's just say I didn't like these, because see how there's no periods or punctuation? You can actually transcribe and have it auto sync. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then obviously the third option would be to use rev.com. So let's go ahead and show you that option if you guys were to use that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually do it myself because I want to get it uploaded as quickly as possible, and Rev does have a 24-hour turnaround time. So here's rev.com. So I would, I'm logged in. I would just place a new order for captions, and what this would allow me to do is just pull it directly. I could upload it, share a link, or what I like doing is sharing directly from YouTube. So I can click Zack Scriven Media, and it shows me all my YouTube channels, which is really nice. And I can select the video that I just uploaded, and we'll add that to the cart. And then we'll go ahead and output file SRT. Let's check out, and it's $1 per minute, and it rounds up. So if it was 1 minute and 1 second, you would be charged for 2 minutes. So it's something to keep in mind. And I'll just go ahead and place the order. So now I'll go back to YouTube and show you guys the free version. So here we can actually go into subtitle CC, and let's just go ahead and create new, and we're just going to go English, and we'll do a transcribe and auto sync. So what this will allow us to do is type them out ourselves, and then we'll hit a button that will auto sync the words to the timing of the video. So I'm going to do that right now, and then we'll jump back in once we're done.
What's up, LinkedIn fam? Okay, so Friday I'm leaving for South Africa. So I'm going to be in South Africa. huge shout out to industry, software solutions, and support. IS Cubed. They formerly were known as Wonderwear South Africa. They've put on this event year after year, Exchange. This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful event. I'm really looking forward. This is Exchange 2019. It's Cubed. They've to industry, software solutions, and support. IS Cubed. They formerly were known as Wonderwear South Africa. They've put on this event year after year. Exchange. This is Exchange 2019. It's a beautiful event. I'm really looking forward to it. Clarice, thank you for hooking it up with a ticket. And thank you, LinkedIn fam, for watching and consuming my content. That's all the likes, views, and engagement content. That's all the likes, views, and engagement, and connections really that form from my videos is why I get opportunities to travel to places like South Africa, Dubai, Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next. I want to go to all 7 continents. And so, huge shout out. I'll see you guys in South Africa. Yeah, thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you. Peace out.
Okay, now that we're done doing the transcription, let's go ahead and set timings. And it's going to take a few minutes. It's going to set those timings for you. But once you click on that, you'll see that it'll actually go ahead and right now it's saying subtitle timings are still being set. Check back soon. So we can go back, and maybe in a few minutes here, it'll be ready for us to check out. Then once we have those files, either from rev.com or the auto-generated one from YouTube or the hand transcribed one, either way, we're going to be able to upload those caption files to LinkedIn, so you guys get more views and engagement on your LinkedIn videos, because 80% of all videos are watched without sound on LinkedIn. So it's huge. It plays by default without sound. So it's hugely important to include caption files. And I found that this is the easiest way to do so. If you look at the Misfits team, they tend to use this form for all their content. They do hand coded, where basically captions files are embedded into the video, which has its benefits. The downside benefits would be that it plays anywhere. Anywhere that video gets played, it's part of the video. The downside is that does take a lot more time. So I like this, that, rev.com, if it's a 3 or 4 minute video, it could take me 15, 20, 30 minutes to do the transcription. So I could just pay $5-10 and then I'm done. So those are some options for you guys, and I hope you guys find something that works for you. Or, if you're just starting out, hey, you don't have to always have caption files. Just get that video out there and it'll seem to do all right, and just connect with your audience. This is just taking it to the next level with captions. So I hope you guys do consider using them. And let's go ahead and post that video to LinkedIn. So we'll see you guys over there. Alrighty, now let's see how this is doing. So that's 2 videos down. No, that's 3 videos down. Editing, posting to YouTube, creating captions files. Now we just got to post to LinkedIn, and then we got to look at analytics and the video analytics section. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that in the live stream, and that way we just get it done. But we'll view analytics on a different video, so that way it already has some views and engagement. We'll go back in my history and look at like a recent video that I posted, see how that did, and we'll look at the analytics and some hacks on the algorithm and such. So let's keep it going, you guys. I have a feeling that this is done. So let's go in here, let's go to captions and see if we could download that. There it is, my draft English. So now you see that it's actually set the timings. One thing I want to actually do is I want to make sure the timing is set nicely for when it says I go to Dubai.
Industry, software solutions, and support is why I get opportunities to travel to places like South Africa, Dubai, Australia, wherever it is that I'm going next.
That's really cool. Yeah, so it looks really good. So it switches like right when I say Dubai, boom, then Australia. So I mean, it's nearly perfect right there. So I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this. Actions, download. Oh, I don't want SBV. No, it's publish. Okay, boom. Okay. So let's click this, English. So actually, we'll put that at the beginning of the LinkedIn one. All right, guys, so I'm really excited because now we're finally ready to post this video to LinkedIn. You've done all your planning, you've done your filming, your editing, you've posted it to YouTube, and you've created the caption file. So real quick, I want to go in and show you guys. We didn't do this in the last video, so I'm going to do it now. Is just show you how to download. So those auto-generated ones the auto-generated captions that we downloaded, or that we hand transcribed, they're now ready for us. And so we can click this and click in, and we can actually download those files. So let's click in. We're in the YouTube video manager. Click into the video, subtitles and CC. Here's the one we hand transcribed, so that's English. We can click actions, and we want to download .srt. So now let's go over to our LinkedIn panel, LinkedIn homepage, and let's go ahead and upload this video. So we want to click video, and let's go ahead and select this I'm going to Africa video from the desktop. So in this head title, you want to be really strategic with the first 3 lines because those are what's going to be shown, and then someone's going to be able to see more. So I'm just going to put I'm going to South Africa, and then they can see more by clicking in. So they'll be able to see a little bit of this 3rd line, and then it'll say see more. And I like to space it out. '17th through 19th. Okay, 17th through 20, March 2019. Sun City. Okay, so yeah, so here we are with the post. Once the video posts, you're going to want to click on this little pencil icon right here, and you can select the captions file that we just downloaded. Here it is, the captions.srt. Oh my god, invalid SRT format, line 86. That is so annoying. Why does it do that? It's so annoying. I'm going to try that on a different computer. Okay, so there we can upload the file. And then you want to put a really nice call to, like a really nice headline. Then you have the rest of your description. You want to make the description really detailed so it allows someone to read the content. You want to spell out your video in the text. So everything you say in the video, you want to actually also echo that in the text. So that way they can choose to watch the video if they want to. You don't want to just say, oh, I have a really huge surprise in this video and it's 5 minutes long. Just make sure to watch the whole thing. No, people don't want to do that. Spell it out to them. Give it all there. Give them all the meat. And then you'll be surprised many will want to watch the video still to connect with you. So, or maybe they just want to read it. And so that's why you want to be able to do both. And then you want to have some nice hashtags. So I'm going to do hashtag SCADA, automation, IoT, digital Transformation. Hashtag Aviva World. Hashtag. Okay, so that sounds good. All right, yeah. So, so once this video goes ahead, once this video is up, you want to make sure that you have a nice, clear headline. So here I'm saying I'm going to South Africa in 3 days. Then you want to spell out the whole entire video on your post, so that way they can know what you're talking about without having to watch the whole video. You'll find that that will really help your engagement. And you also want to use relevant hashtags. And then, it's going to show you that first frame on there. The first frame of the video is going to be your thumbnail. So that's what that's going to do. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and post this, and we'll hit post here, and we'll see you guys in the next video, where we're actually going to be wrapping up and showing you guys what to do on following up on your post. And then we're going to actually go in and look at further analytics in the bonus section. So thank you guys for following along this far and posting your content to LinkedIn in video. I really think that this is going to help get you guys to reach your goals. And I have no doubt that, LinkedIn video is going to do amazing things for you. It's going to blow your mind like it's blown mine. And it's still not too late. So make sure you guys are on it. And I know that you guys are going to be on it because you guys are watching this content. You guys are really engaged. And I think that it will pay off for you guys. So let's go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Okay, so now I got to figure out why the heck it's having issues on my, oh my God. Okay, I got to figure out why it's having issues with my files. I don't like that. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. My Mac's having issues here. All right, my Mac's about to die, and it. Oh wait, no, it seems to be good now. Okay, but no, it's not live streaming no more. Yeah, I don't know why it's been doing that lately, where it's saying like an error in my file. It's kind of annoying. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream here, because I'm going to go ahead and troubleshoot that caption file issue. I'm going to see if I can maybe post it on a different computer, or what the issue seems to be with that. And then the analytics section, I'll go ahead and start that up in another live stream, and we'll kind of do a similar format. This video is coming up on 1 hour and 46 minutes. So thank you guys for watching this entire section. I cannot believe you guys find value in this. I guess I can believe that. I can, because sometimes when you're just starting out, you want to just be able to watch someone else do it, and then you can really easily mimic them. So, You know, maybe a video would have taken you 8 hours to edit, but you spent 2 hours watching me do this, and now it may only take you 4. Yeah, you just saved 2 hours. So I guess that's how it works, you know. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for considering purchasing the course. You can get that at crushlinkedinvideo.com or link in the description. And we'll hopefully be able to get an offer discount code for you guys, so you guys can get it for under $20. So, but you know, maybe you guys already bought the course and you came over here to watch the full live stream. Thank you guys for doing that. And yeah, thank you guys. Leave comments. Make sure to smash that like button, get subscribed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.